Hello, ClearSK lover. I'm Dr. Xiao Yiling. I'll be answering questions about Thermage. Thermage is an FDA-approved technology since the year 2002. So it has treated over 2 million patients. So it actually is a kind of monopolar capacitive radiofrequency treatment which targets the skin up to about 2 to 3 millimeter deep to stimulate collagen of the skin. So therefore, it's good for treating fine wrinkles, pores, collagen regeneration. So the final result is a smoother, firmer, and wrinkle-free skin. Common areas that can be treated using Thermage will be wrinkles around the eyes, like the crow's areas, the skin around the forehead and in the under eye, the wrinkles around the lips, like here, or even the wrinkles around the neck and the décolleté. So for the body, people also use it to treat the skin of the arms, the abdomen, the waistline as well to tighten it. Okay, so typically one single session can last anything from about 35 minutes. Let's say you're just doing the Thermage eye area, or even 1.5 hours if you're doing the complete Thermage face treatment, including the double chin, the neck, and the décolleté. So after Thermage treatment, you'll notice your skin feels a bit warm and it's a bit red and maybe some slight swelling. So it's important that you apply some moisturizer or cooling gel to the skin to soothe it down. Avoid a hot bath or like sauna to the skin during the first 3 days. So typically one single session of Thermage can last minimum of 6 months, sometimes even up to 12 months for a younger age group. So a lot of people ask me when is a suitable age to start treatment. So I really say that it really depends on your needs. I would say the global trend has been that the patients for Thermage are becoming younger and younger. So I'm seeing patients as young as in their late 20s doing Thermage because they want to do pre-rejuvenation, which means maintaining their skin while the skin is still looking fairly young to reduce the amount of wrinkles formation, sagginess, or even pores issues. So of course, Thermage has traditionally been used for anti-aging, so most people will start using it at the age of, let's say, mid-30s all the way until their late 50s. However, I would like to add that for people doing Thermage in a younger age group, they tend to see better results for a longer time compared to an older patient who does it. The results tend to be shorter lived because less collagen is generated for an older patient for the same treatment. Okay, so when we talk about Thermage treatment, so a lot of people are very confused because they always tell me Thermage is very, very painful, it's very red, and they can't bear it. But they actually didn't realize that there's two main types of Thermage treatment. So one is called Thermage eyelid. Using this small tip, you can see it's very tiny, and the tip is very small. So it's for targeting the skin around the eyes, which means like the upper brow, the crow's feet, the upper eyelid, as well as the lower eyelid area. So this tip is extremely comfortable and each treatment is roughly about 25 to 35 minutes depending on how many zones you're doing. Whereas a common Thermage face treatment that you've read about is using this tip. So you can see the tip is a lot bigger than the eye tip. So this is also now known as a total tip, which means that based on the program, we can actually use it to treat the face, the neck, the décolleté, even the body like the abdomen, the waistline, the underarms as well. So these are the different type of Thermage treatments available based on the type of tip that we used for your needs. Okay, so your concern is quite justified because there is a lot of myths about Thermage causing fat loss. So I would like to reiterate that Thermage can only penetrate up to the depth of the program, which means that for the eye tip, it can only penetrate up to about 0.6 to 0.8 millimeter deep, whereas for the face and body tip, it can penetrate only up to 2 to 2.5 millimeter. So as a result, it can probably only tighten the skin around the depth of these areas. And for fat loss, really for fat reduction, you really have to go much deeper. So I would say that a lot of people who feel that there's fat loss caused by Thermage is due to the fact that the skin has become more taut and tightened around the face, and it look like they have actually lost a lot of fat. When in actual fact that the fat has not changed very much because the skin has become much tighter. So I do get this question a lot about does Thermage cause cancer? It's dangerous. I shouldn't do it more than once. So as you know, Thermage actually uses this energy known as radio frequency, which is known to have so-called possible or probable human carcinogenic effects, the same mentioned as like the power lines, use of laptops, phone lines, and as well as powder. So I think it is so far still a myth, as we know that radio frequency is all around us, and I would think that having thermage treatment is as safe as using your handphone. Certain devices that are implanted in the body, like the pacemakers or certain special electronic devices that you have to wear, these devices can be damaged by strong radio frequency waves of thermage. Alternatively, if you have other health conditions like metal implant or a certain kind of implant on your gum area or even your body, do consult the doctor first to check whether you're suitable for the thermage treatment. Of course, pregnancy is completely unsuitable for thermage, reason being that there's no research done on pregnancy in thermage.